Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is 1:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this 8th day of February 2021. It is Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Taking a look at cryptocurrencies here. Earlier I did a video, but I had a voice modulator on. I do a little other work for some folks, and it had a high-pitched voice on it, so not really appropriate for this video. But did that earlier this morning. A little bit after Bitcoin shot up to 44,000 because Tesla announced that not only are they going to be accepting payments in Bitcoin, but they acquired $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So that is a substantial piece of news, and it is just continuing the process of normalizing and making cryptocurrencies very much a mainstream Well, I want to go through our cryptos quick, and I'm using a chart form known as point and figure. I do most of my analysis with candlesticks, but when I trade, this is what I use. I use point and figure to trade. There is a difference between analysis and trading. It's just unfortunately in this field, there's a lot of people do not have a lot of professional training in the field. A lot of it is just kind of stuff you pick up over the internet, which is actually more than adequate. But to trade, I believe you do need to use a chart form that is appropriate for trading, like point and figure. Point and figure, real quick, is a form of price action charting, and price action trading does not mean naked candlesticks. Price action trading means using a price action only chart, which point and figure is. If you're someone who likes price action only, then you should use point and figure, because this is for a price action trader. This is the price action trader's purest chart form. There is no time or volume used. It is only price, because the theory of this chart form is that everything else is anecdotal. Nobody cares how much volume was traded of something. 3 times the daily volume traded on an instrument, but price didn't move, the volume wasn't relevant. If price moved, the volume was relevant. News doesn't matter either, because bullish or bearish, if it doesn't move a market, it doesn't really matter. So price action is the only thing that matters. Everything else is anecdotal. So looking at Bitcoin's chart on point and figure, I see that we're this is the $200 3-box reversal chart. There was an entry here around 43,000 even, which is a break of a double bottom. And we could probably see that continue to fall further here. What I want to do is get a kind of a bigger, broader view. I'm going to expand this to the $500 price action chart. Now we get a little bit more clear view of this activity, because we are now 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's enough for it. So with this is called a spike pattern, and a spike pattern is a certain number of X's above. Actually, rather, this is a pull pattern. Pull pattern has to have at least 5 or more boxes above the breakout. So the breakout is this X right here, and then we do have more than 5 boxes. If it was 15 boxes in a single column, that would be a spike pattern. But a pull pattern, how we trade this is we get the 50% retracement, which is right here at 41,250. That doesn't sound right, does it? Oh, I guess for that range it does. So we'll say 42,250 is fine. So this would be our short entry for Bitcoin, because that's how you would trade it. So it would be a sell stop at 42,250. And your profit target would be probably around that 37,500 value area. Now, if it retraces, all right, if we see that column of O's pop up, we get the O here. If we don't see it continue south, then we actually rebuy in at the 3-box reversal, which would be somewhere around 42,500 or so. But that would be the sell stop on any retracement here. That's what we'd be looking at. Moving on over to Ethereum, which has also had a lot of activity, a lot of movement. So this red angle is the dominant trend angle, meaning, the blue angle is the dominant trend angle, meaning that we are in a bull trend. That's the other thing that's really interesting about point and figure charts, is that you are always in a bull market or a bear market. And depending on your time frame that you're used to trading on candlesticks, you switch bull markets and bear markets either very infrequently or very frequently. For right now, what we would be looking for is another call for the column of O's to continue forming and to place an O right here. So we have a double bottom at 1690. And that would mean our entry for the short would be at 1680. The profit target, I would put, you can put a volume profile on here if you want to, but you can also use Fibonacci retracements to get these. Oops, that's not the Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, the 618 probably would be the good zone to get to at one. We'll just say 1600 even. That would be you'd have an $80 profit target. And the reason we would take that there is because there's a strong traded supply zone in here. You can that's one nice thing is you can see where participation has been based on how many X's and O's are in a certain horizontal range. But also, the dominant trend angle, we'd get close to that as a support zone. But definitely for the short term, a short-term trade setup here with a short is a nice scenario to look at. Then I want to take us over to Cardano because that guy's had a ton of action as well. And we are trading higher here. We're pushing. I mean, we are above these 3-year highs, which is great. But the entry that we would want to take here, because there's a few options. I put them on here. So a buy stop at 7105. Be a break of this double top. Well, actually, that was right over here. I would change that. Actually, we're in profit already from that entry, but there's another entry here at 7206. Sorry, 7205. Buy stop at 7205. That original number was from this morning with the really high-pitched, kind of funny chipmunk voice. And then the sell stop remains the same. Do we want to? Yeah, we'd probably move the sell stop up. No, actually, I'll leave that there. But the buy stop, the profit target would be up at 90.55, and that's from a price projection from this prior column of X's where we would see it have a pretty nice drive up. 90.55 would be the profit target. Buy stop at 72.05. I would wait for the sell stop at 67.55 with a profit target down at 59.40. So that's for Cardano. But those are the 3 that I'm looking at for right now. I was looking at Polkadot and Chainlink as a possible short entry. And a possibility to re-enter long on Litecoin, but I've kind of stayed away from those for right now, just looking at these 3 instruments that we just went over: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Thank you for watching. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to speaking with you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.